Yes, y'all. Peace, and welcome to another episode of Randumb Thoughtz. I am your host, the LYR to the ICS is lyrics, y'all. Yo, I am here. I am happy. I'm grateful. Before we start, I just want to give a special happy born day shout out to two extraordinary motherfuckers. First of all, I want to give a happy born day shout out to producer extraordinaire Ilmond. You know what I'm saying? It's his born day, and the second person is, well, myself. You know what I'm saying? Happy born day to me. You know what I'm saying? You might think I'm kind of self-centered on it, but fuck it. It's my born day. This is what it is. And that's what it is, man. Ranchers Union. Thank you very much, y'all. Thank you, Ranchers Union, man. Appreciate you. Taisha, what's going on? Thank you very much for the born day shout out. And yo, let's bring in the crew. Hey, yo, crew, let's get it, man. Let's go.
Yeah.
Thank you, Benny.
Yeah. It's a rapper's birthday. It's National Rappers Day.
National Rapper Day.
What's up? Also, there's some other birthdays we need to acknowledge. Tomorrow is Tiffany's birthday. Tiffany Monet, happy birthday to you.
Happy early born day.
Early born day. And also, we said we were going to shout out Sleazy. Happy birthday to you, Sleazy. Y'all are some awesome randos. Shout out to all the randos.
Oh, happy born day, Sleazy.
Yes. All those folks. And also, tomorrow's birthday is also another producer extraordinaire, Marcus D. Marcus D's birthday is tomorrow as well.
Oh yeah, happy early birthday, Marcus D. Yeah, man.
Shout out to him all the way from Japan. And it's a Twinkle Fingers. Yes, Twinkle Fingers is his name. So yeah, much love to y'all. Happy birthday to you, Lyrics, man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate
rapper's
that.
Birthday.
Yeah, man.
We got to get you a cake in the shape of a chopped cheese or something.
Right. Let's do that. Yeah.
Yo, you know what's funny? Yo, Ramos. I was actually thinking after the show, I'm gonna go up to the block and get me a celebratory 2 chopped cheeses and shit. With not only one type of cheese, 2 types of cheese. Fuck it, it's my birthday, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Splurge. That's right. Splurge. Go all out.
Put a candle on each one and then light it up.
Off, homie.
That's a fact. That's a fact. It's a villain's born day, man. What you expect, man? Come on now. Hey, yo, Steph, introduce yourself to the people. Let's get it.
Yo, what's going on, everyone? Y'all know me. It's Steph, y'all, the one and only Stephanie Gale. And I'm just happy to be here, y'all. I'm happy to be back with these fine gentlemen within the panel. And also shout out to Jai Logic, the producer. Shout out to the Ranters Union. Shout out to all the randos that are watching from Randumb Thoughtz Talk series on YouTube, on Facebook, and on Twitch. So we love y'all.
That's a fact. Hey yo, Adviz, man, where you at, baby? What's up?
Yo. What's good? ADV and Spot Adviz, we in the building, man. Again for another episode of Randumb Thoughtz. Grateful again to see all these folks, man. Happy rapper birthday to the big brother Lyrics over here in the building. Yeah, go get you those chopped cheeses that you need, my G. And at the same time, y'all, let's keep it pushing, man. Shout outs to all the randoms and everybody that's here.
Yeah, man. That's it, man. Thank you, man. Appreciate it, man. Hey, yo, Ramos. What's up, man?
What's going on, man? I want an acronym name.
Right. Man, Ramos.
You guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, I was saying, I've just got an acronym name. I want one. I'm gonna create one.
All right, you did have one. Remember, Chicken and Beef gave you one.
Yeah. He did give you one. I forgot the racially ambiguous.
Yeah, the racially ambiguous man of United States.
Yeah, we gotta turn that into we gotta make it a slogan or a
t-shirt,
catchphrase, something.
Ramos, how you doing today, man? What's going on with you?
I'm chilling, man. Just same old Monday blues. I gotta go work tomorrow.
I mean, that's what all of us, man. Shit,
yeah,
Yeah, I know.
Why are we talking
but,
about that? We talking about today. You know what? By the way,
yeah, it's National Rapper Day, man. Come on now.
Let's celebrate.
Yay!
You got to pour one for the homie, and you got to pour it in front of the screen for this one.
I was gonna put it in my Shake Shack. You know what? I am gonna put it in my Shake Shack glass. I will be right back, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, while you do that, you put it in your Shake Shack class, and we about to get with this real fast. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, let the fuckery commence.
Warning. The opinions expressed in this program are those of the presenter in their current state of mind, which they have the right to change at any given moment. The iRant Network and the members of the Ranters Union are not responsible for any claims made. All opinions and train of thoughts are welcomed here and protected by the First Amendment and the Ranters Union. All commentary, criticism, news reporting, research, teaching, and or scholarship of copyrighted material is protected by the Fair Use Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. iRant Network and the founder of the Ranters Union, Logic, aka Mr. M, recommends that you take what is said and do your own research. Read a goddamn book and form your own opinion. Furthermore, listen carefully to the ranters rant and debate their opinions and form your own conclusion. Thank you for watching this member-supported program, powered by the Ranters Union and produced for the iRant Network. Good day.
Yo, what the fuck?
Ja, I love you. I love you, Ja.
Shinobi 903, man. Yo, thank you, man. I appreciate that, Shinobi 903, man. Yo, you's an idiot, Steph. I ain't fucking with you, man. Like,
you got me. Ja, I love you.
Oh, man. Hey, yo, Ja, man. Why, Ja? Why, man? All right, man.
We gonna need it for the subject matter that we're hitting today, because this we too happy for such a somber topic.
Well, yeah, you know what? Speaking of which, guys, usually we do start the fuckery. Cheers, guys. Cheers. I got some water here, so like I said, guys, I'm really trying my best to stop drinking. I have slacked a little bit because of work, but hey, I had to get back on it. You know what I'm saying? And right now, I'm serious, trying to clean my whole shit up. But anyway, getting into the subject. Usually we usually get into some fuckery, but right now, for this particular moment, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I'm trying my best. For this moment, since the subject matter is very sensitive, we're gonna cut with a bit less of the fuckery and more of the seriousness, at least on this one. So today's episode is a special Rappers Day birthday episode. Episode 3-10. I had to put that Rappers Day shit in there. Episode 3-10. The gun control episode. Yeah. It's real. And before we get started, I want to actually give a special shout out to Richie Klein 10. He's one of our original randos, from Instagram, who started with us since Instagram. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Richie Klein 10. This was actually his suggestion that we should talk about it, since there's been some shootings that happened around the United States and stuff like that. There was some shootings in Chicago. There was a shooting that just happened, that they just happened to stop in VA, especially with these shootings in the schools. I don't know if you guys know, but let's start off with this really. Ohio, the state of Ohio has actually passed down a law to allow teachers to carry guns in the school. What are your thoughts on that, guys?
I don't know if that's necessarily a good idea. My stance has always been, as far as people being able to own, any kind of weapons, they should have. I think they should have a psych eval, just like they do with law enforcement when they first start. They should have psych evals, and I think it should happen every year. That's always been the thing for me because yes, it's the people that use the guns that kill people, and it's their state of mind and their mental capacity that ultimately leads up to these types of situations. Because if you're not in the right state of mind, yeah, you're going to do some damage. You're going to hurt some people. So that's always been my thing. So I mean, putting guns into the hands of other people who, it's teachers in particular. Don't get me wrong. Like I fully support teachers, but with all the things that they have to put up with on a daily basis, what makes you think that there's not going to be one that's going to pop off and take their frustrations out on these kids or anyone or faculty or what have you? So for me, I'm a big supporter and proponent of psych evals. So that's my opinion. It should start there, but this country doesn't want to touch that.
Yeah, that I agree with you on that, man. It's this. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think it's a little bit more than this country just doesn't want to touch it. I feel that due to certain circumstances, which thereof, certain people in political power, with their gun licenses, because you got to think about it. If they take away all the guns, then it does affect people of that magnitude with their gun licenses. It's like, well, if we're asking everybody to give up guns over here, you should be able to give up guns over there. And I'll be honest with you, it's kind of crazy. Benny said there are some teachers with issues, so I don't know about that. Benny, you're right. A psych evaluation, like Steph, you're right too. A psychic evaluation should be involved in that before any teacher gets a firearm, because like fuck around, the teacher don't like what a student doing, he pop off, then what? Now we're back to square one. John Logic says, I think teachers with guns are okay, but they can get stolen by kids if they're not careful.
Yeah.
That too.
Yeah.
Yep.
That part. Yeah. Ad, what are your thoughts on it, man?
That was going to be one of my points too, was the situation with what if a student comes in and, takes it in, or if it's on your hip and then the student just decides to go ahead and grab it. And I think that part, to touch back on what Steph was saying too, is we're just giving teachers more and more responsibilities when we're getting further and further away from what education should be and where this space is supposed to be. And when we start adding in the guns, then there's just going to be, I feel there's just going to be a lot more heightened security, as well as there's going to be more heightened fear and anxiety to even like want to come to school, because at any moment in time, it could turn into a war zone, because we're not just giving it to one teacher, we're giving it to multiple teachers in the classrooms. So it's almost every teacher in each classroom is strapped, let alone how many people are in the whole school that has a firearm and things of that sorts.
Look at this disgusting.
Yeah, no, I was looking at that as well while it was being played.
Okay, for those that don't know, what Ja just showed was footage of the Uvalde, Texas incident, and in this footage, you can see someone in the left corner now on their cell phones. Like, these guys were waiting out in the hallway while SWAT was. I don't even know if SWAT was doing anything, but there are a few of these guys that were on their cell phones, and one of them was playing a video game.
And see,
it was disgusting.
It is. And well, Eric, Eric, let's get your thoughts, man, about this, man. I was saying, because like you were out, so you just came back in. So what I was saying is, with the gun control episode here, right? I don't know if you're familiar, but Ohio already passed the law for that. It was cool for teachers to carry firearms. You know what I'm saying, within the schools, within the schools, to protect the children and stuff like that. What are your thoughts on it?
I see what Ad's saying, but I agree with him on that level. But I feel like they might deter some people from coming into a school. But like, if there's a situation where a bunch of people come with guns inside the school, it's just gonna become like a bloodbath. People shooting at each other, and you have kids in the mix too. They might be trained to a certain degree, but they're not like specialists. They're not military. They're not police officers. I put in air quotes police officer. I feel the training is whack, and they can do a lot better. But I feel like I feel like it potentially could be a necessity because the way our kind of society is going, especially if we're talking about America, the whole deal with these guns and how people don't want it, like they hold guns in a higher esteem than lives, which I find insane in terms of protecting. I think the whole thing is, I don't know. I just think it's a bad idea, but I see the need for it at this point.
Yeah, I agree with Ramos 100% when it comes to that. My thoughts on it is kind of radical-ish. I'm gonna be honest with you. It all starts at home. You got these kids that when they come to school, these kids that are, I guess, quote unquote, weird and out of place, and they get picked on, by the popular kids or whoever. And there's only so much a kid can take before they snap. You know what I'm saying? I remember, what was it? The Columbine shooting, and I don't know about the Sandy Brook shooting was something different, but I remember.
Oh yeah, Sandy Hook.
Hook. So Sandy Hook. That was completely uncalled for. The person that did that, they needed to get hanged, shot up, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be honest with you, because you killing little kids for what? Like, and they still, like, what was that about? But Columbine, that, from my understanding, that was the reason why the kids shot up the school in Columbine, because the kid got teased and all that other shit. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like this, man. Like, sometimes even when the kid go home, the parents don't pay attention to the kids. You know what I'm saying? And that plays a role in it too. It's like the parents are not paying attention to them. They just feel they got to have a roof over their head, food in their belly, clothes on their back. They should be okay. Leave me the fuck alone. You know what I'm saying? And then you go to school to find out that you're not a part of the cool crowd. You know what I'm saying? And everybody look at you like a square. Everybody laughing and teasing you. That psychologically plays a role in these kids packing pistols and shooting up the spot. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that it's justified. No, not by any means. If you do the crime, then you should suffer the consequences. Well, however the consequences come to you, plain and simple. You know what I'm saying? But it starts at home, and it starts with just being kinder to people. You know what I'm saying? John Logic said, they could just arm their security and bulk up security a little. Security is deep in black schools. You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you.
Word.
When I went to Mount Vernon High School, you know what I'm saying? This cat named Shebawell, man. Rest in peace of Shebawell Jackson. I remember he got murdered. You know what I'm saying? He got stabbed up with a machete. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna get too much into detail about it, but this is back in 94, 95. And I remember the day after that shit happened, security bulked up in the motherfucker. I'm talking about, you had metal detectors and extra security patting kids down, all type of shit. So, and that was back in 95. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how it is now with that, but yeah, I agree with John Logic who said, yo, bulk up the security. You know what I'm saying? That security's job is to protect everybody within the school. Although I'm gonna be realistically honest with you. If the schools were like Mount Vernon High School, there was kids that was sneaking guns and knives in the back way, in the carpentry section of the school. You know what I'm saying? Because they had a house that the kids working on with a carpentry class or whatever. So they would sneak behind there to go in the back of the school with them. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like, trust me, man. Like you gotta have security all around that motherfucker. I'm talking about every open space. You know, I'll be honest with you. With these, when it comes to the teachers carrying guns, you know what I'm saying? I feel that a psychological evaluation should happen before they even pick up a pistol. You know what I'm saying? And you know, but then you also got to take into account of chicken and beef.
At least not that's the worst kind of snitching.
I'm not giving. No, I didn't. First of all, if I was snitching, I would have to say somebody's name. I ain't said no names. I ain't say no gangs or none of that. So I'm just saying this was back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Ain't like nobody gonna, man. Anyway, Lord, when it comes down to it, like psychological evaluation, then you need to beef up security. You know what I'm saying? Lyrics, what did you say? Their names was good. Yeah. Anywho, I said their names was nothing. Like, get out of here. Like, yo, these teachers just need to be mindful of what's going on, because another thing I was just thinking about now is security. Even though security needs to be beefed up, they can't be everywhere at once when the actual action occurs. You understand what I'm saying? Like they like, it's not like they could just be there at the heat of the second, because when that person pull out the gun and start blasting, well, where the security at then? They paying all this extra money for them to stand outside the classrooms. You either gonna have to get a security guard, an armed security guard inside the classroom, or have them roaming around the hallways.
Or what you can do
That's
is,
the only
you can, because
Okay.
even in Uvalde, Texas, they had security outside the perimeter. He just that kid happened to, you know, he happened to push his way through the outer perimeter of security. So I
Okay.
mean, it could be security on the outside, but they have to be armed, especially with the, you know, the shooters that are coming out the woodworks now. They're coming out with semi-automatic weapons. They're not just coming out with handguns. They're like armed to the teeth. I'm talking about Uvalde, Texas. I'm talking about in Buffalo, New York. That guy had body armor on, which is why the security at the grocery store wasn't able to kill him, because he was armed with a bulletproof vest. And even though the guy was
he?
vitals, he was protected. So,
Well, that means he's a bad shot. I was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm assuming that his face was exposed.
No, he had helmets on too. He had a helmet on as well.
Oh, you talk about, so his body
covered.
was fully, like he was completely covered.
He was completely covered.
Like not even a leg shot, like a foot shot. None of that.
It was completely covered. Where he was able to obtain all this stuff, who knows? But he was covered completely.
He probably had a hookup. One of his mans in him was in the army or some shit. Like,
not even. You don't need all that. You can go down south. You can go to parts of New York, upstate. You go to gun shows. They sell. That's a biggest problem, because the way that the guns are just like sold in this country is like you can. It's like you sell your used car or some memorabilia. You can just come to a show, sell it, and the bill of sale. I guess they give some kind of bill of sale, but it's not like transparent. And the biggest problem also is like automatic weapons. They're not doing a thorough check on these people who they sell to. If a young man comes to you, right, and you don't have no history, you should do a background check on this man's history, see if he has psychological issues, you know, and so forth. And they're not doing that. And then you wonder, oh, how did he get these weapons? Yeah, he went to a gun shop and bought it because he had no priors or no, you know what I mean? So that's why they gave him the gun.
Right.
well, yeah, I know down in Georgia, if you live there for like 1 or 2 years and you can show like proof of residency or whatever, like your license or whatever, and proof of residency, you can get a pistol like that. You know what I'm saying? So like it shit is crazy, man. You know what I mean? It seems like it's about to be Dodge City out this bitch. You know what I'm saying? And
it already is. It already is.
Yeah. And
especially
it's
with these
it's
states
like, yo,
open carry, and you don't have to have a license to to carry a weapon, and it's getting crazy. Like,
and stand your ground and all that. Like,
you're on mute, Eric. Yeah. Well, stand your ground's been around for decades.
No, but you were saying that you don't need a license. What do you mean?
In
yeah, like you don't need need a gun.
Florida, I think one of the Carolinas has that law as well. You're
Georgia as well.
Yeah, well, no, because he still has static. You gotta fix that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you got static shit.
Nah, I don't. Yeah. I think Georgia is one of the states also that has.
No, Georgia is one of the states. Like I remember I used to live out there, so I know of Rip. Plus, I went to the pawn shop one time.
They just passed it. Like they just modified it. So now.
Oh, they just okay, yeah. So
like maybe a couple months ago, something like that.
Yeah, because I remember going to Georgia. Like this is back in like I think it was at '97 or whatever, and I just happened to go by a pawn shop, and I'm seeing, and I was just walking in the pawn shop, just chilling or whatever, and I see a whole shit ton of guns in a display case in a display in the front, and I'm like. I had to ask the guy, and it's funny because the guy had a pistol on his hip too. I had to ask the guy. I'm like, yo, what's going on with the guns? Because I'm like, yo, I'm from New York. I'm from New York City. We don't see this in New York like that. They're very strict when it comes to the gun laws. Like you got to jump through hoops just to get not a license, to get a permit, to get a pistol permit. You have to jump through hoops in New York State. To get a pistol permit in New York City, forget about it. That's a fucking dream. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not getting a pistol permit. First of all, you have to go through what they call a background check. You know what I'm saying? That's like I think $350. It was $350 last time I checked, and that was a while ago. Like you got to fill out the paperwork, $350, non-refundable. You know what I'm saying? And then to see how it goes, I think it takes like a couple of weeks or some shit, or like a month or something, because they have to really go through your whole background, and then after that, let's say if you passed it, once you pass it, you gotta go through a psychological thing where you gotta talk to a therapist and all type of wild shit. You know what I'm saying? Like psychologist.
And that's the way it should be.
And then after that, you got to go to a gun class.
Yeah, but that's why New York is one of the, has the lowest crime rate as far as big cities. Has a lower crime rate than most of the big cities. LA, Chicago, Miami, all those places. Houston. That is, and people want to make fun of them. Like Governor Abbott's always talking trash about New York. Well, obviously you're not doing anything right.
Yo, who does Governor Abbott do, man? Like who this nigga?
He's the governor of Texas.
Yo, fuck you, B. You know what I'm saying? Don't be talking shit about my state. I don't give a fuck who you are. Like, yo, I got love for Texas.
What'd you say?
I said I got love for Texas. Shout out to all my Texas dudes out there, man. Like my man Sean, he live out there, man. Shout out to Sean, man, wherever you at. Like shout out to Todd from the Bush and Cole. Like they live out there. Like I got friends that live out there in Texas, man. But you got this clown ass nigga right here. That's Abbott right there.
Yeah.
Yo, you a clown, son. Take that nigga off, B. Like, yo, he getting me mad right now.
Don't take this the wrong way, but he makes people in wheelchairs look bad. I'm just saying.
And he ugly. Look at he ugly. Yo, take his ugly ass off, man. Like nobody want to look at him, man. He ain't bagging nothing out here, man. Like yo, ain't no chicks watching here. They laughing at that nigga, man. Ain't nobody love that nigga, man. Like yo, your parents don't love you. Fuck out of here. Get off out. Yeah, yo, he made me mad right now, son. Like you talking shit about New York. New York is better than you. Fuck out of here.
First of all, I mean, this is another subject in itself, but he's sending refugees.
We love Texas.
He's sending refugees from Texas to New York and DC and saying, oh, you deal with the problem. Why can't you deal with the problem?
Because I told you,
it's your state.
He a clown. That's why. Like he a clown. Like yo. Shout out to the state of Texas, man. But for those who voted this motherfucker in, come on, man. Like, get out of here with that, man. Like, y'all on some clown shit. Like, yo, this nigga's a clown. Like, he looked like a clown. Like, yo.
Yeah, let's not even get started on the politics of gun control, because these Republicans are talking madness. Like, I was looking at an interview, like it was maybe a couple of days after the Uvalde, Texas, incident, the massacre. And this guy was talking about, we care about mental health. I've built mental health facilities in the last 6 months in this area. That, again, what does one have to do with the other? Like, it doesn't deal with the immediate problem of gun control. That it has what like, it just the way they're talking about gun control is just ass backwards, and they're
it's crazy,
with all the excuses because they don't want to lose their their funding from the NRA. But
yeah, like, Benny has something to say here. She got a comment. She says, so I have no idea why these schools don't have door release door holders like hospitals for fire protection.
Because this country doesn't value education the way they should.
That's a fact.
And all the things that are involved. The teachers can barely supply their classes with materials. They have to buy on their own. Like like the school should be providing the materials. Why are the teachers buying the materials for their classrooms? They should have a budget for their teachers, and the teachers should be able to use that budget as they see fit to provide the education for the kids. But hey, again, this country is just ass backwards when it comes to priorities.
Yeah, that's a fact. Like, Benny also says, is when you press a button and the doors close and lock. At least shooters will be isolated. I mean, yeah, but like, I see what you're saying, Benny. They would be isolated, like, but I mean,
that may also not be a good idea. We're talking about fire safety. That's one thing. We had a shooting recently in, where was it? It was in the Midwest as well, where someone went into a hospital and killed, what was it, 8 people, something like that. Including the doctor that performed the back surgery on him, because that's who his intended target was. He ended up killing him. I think he killed his wife as well. Like, yeah.
What kind of crack are these niggas? What kind of crack are y'all snorting, man? Like, yo, seriously, like, to sit there and come up there and shoot up a hospital. A fucking hospital. Like, come on, bro. Like,
that's the job for that. That was fast, man.
Like,
yeah, Tulsa. Yep. Tulsa, Oklahoma. Yep. Yeah, look at this guy. You cannot tell me
he looked deranged. He looked crazy.
This guy doesn't have mental health issues. And I think he ended up killing himself. So, but
that's usually how it goes.
Yeah.
Yo, that was a bitch move, yo. Like, yo, for real, man. Like, you talk, what did the doctor fuck his back up or some shit? Like, what happened?
Apparently, yeah, the back surgery that he performed on the guy wasn't successful, and the guy continued to have back issues. And I guess the guy was so upset and disgruntled about the surgery that he went back to the hospital to kill him.
Like, if I'm not mistaken, if they do any type of if I'm not mistaken, if they do any type of medical that's considered medical malpractice, right? If they do surgery or whatever and the shit still's messed up, can he take that doctor to court and sue him?
Well, look, it depends on the percentage. So what was the percentage he gave that it was going to be successful?
Right.
If it was 100% and then it still was that, then definitely there's a suit for that. But if the percentage was, I don't know, 50, anything that's not above a 90 to 100, then I'm not going to say it is fair play, but that's just the reality of the skills of the doctor and that procedure.
Right. And then
in other words, it's on them.
Right. But the other thing is, what if the doctor said, well, you might need another surgical procedure like after this one. This is not guaranteed to rid you of your pain. You might need another procedure. You might need, to take some physical therapy. You might need other things to supplement or to help, with the recovery process. So we don't know what the circumstances were with that. But I know for sure no one should be killed over that. Like that's wild.
Like, yo, like, where's Dr. Sanders? Hey, yo, so you fucked up my back. Bang! Like, that shit don't even make sense. That logically doesn't even make, and y'all know I'm crazy. But even me, logically, that don't make sense. Like, yo, son, like, yo, you end the man's life because the surgery, the back surgery, he probably told you 9 times out of 10 was like 50-60%. It might not, you know what I'm saying? It might be a 50-50 chance. You go back and blow his head off. Like, yo, and I'm gonna be honest with you. For like, I remember in Kingsbridge, like just to switch this up because this shit is pissing me off, man. But in Kingsbridge, in the Bronx, Kingsbridge, a kid got shot, right? Just for pushing the kid by accident, like because they had camera footage on the news. I remember this shit. The guy was just walking down the block, and he just pushed him by accident. You know what I'm saying? And they said before he even got to say my bad or whatever, God took the gun out, put one in his chest. For what? Just like, yo, can't you just accept, yo, my bad, my fault? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I'm gonna be honest with you. If it went down to fisticuffs, if y'all want to scrap, hey man, I'd rather you see you take an ass whooping than take a bullet. You know what I'm saying? I know that, just to be like, all right, you know what? Cool. And y'all walk your separate ways, that'd be the best course of action. But if it had to go down to fighting, I can accept you get your ass beat and somebody putting that shit on World Star or Instagram, whatever, you got your ass beat. But for you just to sit there and get your head blown off because you accidentally pushed the dude, where is the world coming? Like, where is this world going to? Like, what the fuck are we doing here? Seriously.
There are too many hurt people walking around. I'm telling you, it starts for me, my opinion is it starts with mental health. There are too many people walking around that suffer from, severe mental health, and you don't know what's going to set them off. And I think that's where we need to start pooling much of our resources. We need to start setting up programs for people to deal with their mental health. There's so many people walking around with bipolar disorder and PTSD and severe anxiety and dissociative, disorders, and don't get me started.
That's a fact.
Texas, right? The kid from Texas, right? He had a history of mental illness as well, right? It was like documented.
Yes, it was.
So my question, this is my problem I have with our society. You see a person who has mental health issues, and it's not like they're danger to others, right, or themselves. So at that point, if they go get a gun, you're like, shouldn't that be somewhere in a record that you said this person has mental health issues alongside if they have a criminal history? Those things should be in the system. So when they go get a gun, they're like, no, I'm sorry. Red flags go up. They don't issue the person the gun. You can't stop them from buying outside the system or purchasing from somebody else, but you can stop them from purchasing from a reputable dealer. That cuts down the amount of guns in the system. And we don't do that in this country because why? Because fucking NRA has a hold of our government. The lobbying in our government and controlling shit, because this has been going on for decades. We're talking about since I was a kid. I remember these. Now they're starting to listen. They're kind of starting to listen. They say, oh, that's sad. But you know how many kids have died in school shootings since I'm alive?
No. Right. Well, no, they're listening now since it's starting to affect a certain community. Yeah, and
white kids have died too, man. Columbine will for the white kids. They didn't care a shit about what the person was at some point. I don't know what they're listening right now because they're getting pressure. If we didn't give the kid was black, white, Spanish, whatever have you, Chinese, they didn't give a shit. They all starting to start listening right now. And there's a reason, because they're getting pushback. They can put that from somewhere.
Wait,
All right. Well, Josh said, I think, what is this? HIPAA laws might prevent a full background check. What the fuck is HIPAA laws?
Is the Health Information Privacy something Act? Like basically,
that's the oath that the doctors have to take.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
They have to take that oath. Yeah.
Yeah. The Hippocratic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm like,
yeah.
Oh, what is the Hippocratical oath, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, yo, listen, man. I'll be honest with you, man. Like, Eric, I see what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? But this certain, like for instance, what is that? Sandy Brook, the Sandy Brook School.
Sandy Hook.
That was it.
It stands for Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act.
Oh, okay.
There it is. You know what I'm saying? And like,
I'm sorry, we're talking
what is it like?
Things. Yeah, the HIPAA laws are. I think they're pertaining to it, but the Hippocratic oath, yeah. Slightly.
Yeah, the Hippocratic oath. Yeah,
So
that's the old doctors and
niggas. Stops people from doing background check on the doctor or the person, because the Hippocratic oath, the doctor takes it, right? So
yeah.
how does it prevent a background check on whom we're talking about?
No, I think it's in regards to like the what do you call it? What is it? The information, what is it called?
You talking about
something of Information Act.
Okay.
Oh, I can't think of the first part of it.
Something
you know.
All right.
Yeah,
guys,
there's an Information Act where you can like keep certain, as if the person doesn't consent to releasing certain information, they can.
Okay, because there's also PHI, which is personal health information as well.
Right.
Okay. So it's for the patient. This is for the patient.
Freedom of Information Act. That's what it is.
This is for the patient. This is specific.
Well, Josh says HIPAA laws mean they can't divulge your health information.
Right. They can't do it without your consent. Right.
But that's my point, though. I think in this society, we need to get to a point. If you're driving a fucking car, which is potentially a weapon, or carrying a firearm, which is a weapon, is outright a weapon, your certain information needs to be in the system. Right. And I'm a guy who doesn't want the government in my shit. And I'm saying, yo, for at least at some level, there needs to be some kind of information that protects the rest of us. Because anybody would fucking could go and get a gun willy-nilly, then, I'm surprised. I'm surprised we don't live in a post-apocalyptic future already, where we fucking going, like the Wild West, you're having to protect ourselves, and every time we walk out the door, we're making sure we got a gun along with our cell phone. You know what I mean? Like,
that's a fact. Like that's a fact. And in certain areas of the United States, it's certain states, that's how it's really like. Like, like when I went to Detroit, that's how it's like. Like when you go to 7 or 8 Mile, that's how that shit is like. Like, yo, it's like the Wild West. You know what I'm saying? Like let me not use Brazil again. Brazil, they go to shootouts. Yo, the Brazilian police force is number one, the most trained. They're the best trained police force in the world. Not in they county or they state, in the fucking world. Number one. Best trained police best trained police force in the world. Why? Because they got to go to the favelas and they literally shooting it out with the drug dealers. Damn near on an everyday basis, from what I hear. Like, yo, bodies drop on the cop side and the drug dealer side. You got little kids carrying old rocket launchers, like the kids here carry fucking school bags and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit is not a game. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? I thought I would just point that out real quick.
We're kind of protected in this weird way because we live in the city, right? And even though there's gun violence in the city, we feel some kind of comfortable. I don't know about you in Cali. How do you feel about that? You kind of and Steph, just narrowing this point, so you have a different perspective, kind of than us.
Speaking of what?
In terms of how you feel, like, do you feel you're kind of like you're strategic, you're in a bubble in a way that you feel like you don't have to worry about the amount of gun violence you see in other places? Like, for example, I walk outside, I know there's gun violence outside, right? But it's from the furthest of my mind for the most part, because I live in a city. New York City is very, contained within itself, and I guess maybe because there has been acts of violence and stuff like that, I don't see it or I don't affect it directly by it. So, you know, like, is it, do you, when you walk outside, you go and do your thing or go wherever, do you feel like that's one of the things on your mind, or do you think it's like, as well as one of the first things? I'm just curious.
So to answer that to you, I honestly don't. I don't think too much about it, but I know that there is, because especially where I live and then the surrounding areas, there's always something going on. Like months back, my neighbor next door, I even was up randomly because I heard something. There was somebody who was still in a catalytic converter and then decided to warn everybody and popped off like 3 or 4 shots in front of the house.
That's
So
crazy.
honestly, I know that it's out there, but I think I put it in the back of the mind because also I think about when it comes to you being aware of situations so often that sometimes it just comes into your realm because you're so aware of it. Like when I was working at the warehouse, I swear I'd never seen so many people in orange, black, and yellow vests in my whole life. That now when I was working there, everywhere I was going, I would see somebody in the corner with a vest. They was going to a restaurant with a vest. So in my particular case, yeah, there's a lot that goes on. I'm very close in between. I'm between Inglewood. I'm between Compton, Gardena, all these different areas. It happens, but not at a very high rate to a point like, oh, I'm in there. But there's always something going on. Because also recently there was a shootout on the was it the 105 the 105 to the 110 freeway, and they had to shut down that freeway for a bit because it started off. Also, another shooting happened at a mall that was further close by too as well. So I'm just like, stuff happens, but like immediately me always thinking about that is not the first thing.
Well, I had some friends in Cali, and I got an aunt that live in and I think it's Compton and shit. Like I know she lives by like the Crips area. You know what I'm saying?
They everywhere.
Yeah, they are.
Well, it's a certain block. It's a certain block where it's Crip or whatever. Like, it's Crip. So I was talking to her about going down there to visit her and shit. Plus, I had a couple of my friends, you know what I'm saying, out there, you know, and she was like, yo, just make sure. She was like this, yo, nephew, make sure you don't wear blue. I love wearing blue. You see this Yankee cap? Fuck out of here. Like, well, not this one in particular, but the Yankee cap, yeah, I'm about that. They was like, nah, don't do that. Don't do that. Like, you got to wear, she told me what type of colors to wear. I think you got to wear gray or some shit, some neutral shit, because they was like, yo, these niggas out here don't play. They'll G-check you real quick about that. And like me back then when we were talking about, I was in my 20s, so I didn't give a fuck. Like, yo, I'm going there, Yankee Cat. She was like, all right, they'll find your ass, they'll find your fat ass sprawled out right there in the middle of the street. You know what I'm saying? So, cause they don't play games. I'm like, man, fuck out of here. So I'm like, but
you wearing a Yankees cap would be even worse.
Yeah, it does. That's a no-go.
Yeah.
Well, no, because the Great Street Crips, from my understanding, the Great Street Crips, shout out to the Great Street Crips, by the way. They I can't shout out the gang, like, fuck out of here. Like, great shout out to the Grape Street Crips. You know what I'm saying? I heard they wear the Yankee cap out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's their, because like they, like in like certain gangs, certain blooded Crip gangs or whatever, they wear certain MLB hats or whatever that represent their hood. You know what I'm saying? So and I had to get educated to this via a damn YouTube video and my aunt and a friend of mine. So like, yo, it's kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? What?
YouTube Academy.
Yeah, well, fuck it. I mean, like, yo, what you want me to say? But I'm just saying, like, you know, like one of my other friends that live in Cali, you know what I'm saying? Well, we were friends. What the fuck? You got it wrong, but yes, gangs wear sports hat. How the fuck you gonna tell me I read what? Yo, gangs wear sports hat. Fuck out. Anyway,
no, you saying the hat that you currently have on is wrong.
No, I know it is. That they hopefully they won't shoot me for wearing this shit. But I'm just saying, like, yo, get to the point. Get to the point in the matter. You know what I'm saying? Another one of my friends said, it was like a week straight. She had to she had to literally set up a bed under her bed. Not literally under, but like right next to her bed, like on the floor. No, like this motherfucker, man. Not a bunk bed, man. Like what? You know, one of those what is it? NY not for Great Street. I know they're not for grip. Anyway, fuck out of here.
No, because that's what he was trying to correct. But he said yes, that the gangs wear different MLB hats, but Grape Street does not wear the Yankees.
Oh, one of them Crip niggas with a Yankee cap.
Except for Nutty Block.
Oh, Nutty Block. All right. Well, shout out to Nutty Block. Shout out to Grape Street. I'm shouting y'all niggas out anyway. So anyway, what?
Back
I
to
can't
the
shout out
bunk
the
bed.
gang? Like, no, ain't no bunk bed, man. Like, she had to set up a what do you call that shit? Like one of those air mattress joints or whatever on the floor, because she was like there was something like that on the floor. She had to sleep on the floor anyway, because she told me one time she was sleeping in the bed and it was a shootout that happened, like a drive-by.
Yeah.
And she quickly rolled under the bed at the time she was on the bed. She quickly rolled under the bed because the bullets came through the windows. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how long that was ago or whatever, but she was telling the story, and I was like, damn, son, like, because she was telling me how Cali was where she lived. You know what I'm saying? She lived on a blood area. You know what I mean? So I was like, damn, son, this shit crazy.
I thought it was Crip.
No, that's my aunt. My aunt lived by the Crip area. Like, she used to live in a blood area. She don't live in Cali no more. A trundle bed. All right. Yeah, thank you. A trundle bed. You know what I'm saying?
That in my life.
I haven't heard that in a long time. I have not heard.
Do some Googling.
Those are like the beds that fold up, and I think they sit low. But
yeah, they the shit that you set up on the floor. But anyway,
yeah.
Anywho, she was like she had to sleep. She had to kind of sleep under her bed because, like, you know what I'm saying, for like a week straight because of that one incident where the bullets was coming like through a house and through a window and all that. And I'm like, yo, like I heard shit get cracking out there in LA like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
it's everywhere. Like even over here. Like, I mean, the neighborhood I'm in is, I mean, this area is pretty quiet, so I don't really worry too much about it. There are some, I know some folks, but for the most part, like here, it's definitely not as bad as it is in the city itself. DC has a serious gun control issue right now. Especially like this summer has been just record high shootings and murders. People getting killed like by the dozen, within a 24-hour span. Like it's almost getting as bad as Chicago at certain points.
Yeah, I've heard that. Like I heard that Baltimore, DC, but I heard they aim and hit a nigga. They don't really do drive-bys like that. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, they still do it. They had one recently. It was a retaliation.
They're all gang bangers.
Oh man.
Oh, this man.
Death. They're all gang bangers. We killing Crips. Boom, 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 boom. We killing Bloods. Boom, 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 boom. We shooting GDs and BDs in their goddamn head and in back of their head. Boom, boom, boom. Die like King Von. Boom, boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Die like Nipsey Hussle. Then kick that bitch in the head. He ain't nothing but a gangbanger. We was born in the United States of America. I'm a proud nigga. I'm a proud American nigga. I ain't a Crip. I ain't a Blood. I ain't black. I'm not color. I'm not Negro. I'm the seed of a nigga slave.
Warning. The opinions expressed in this program are those of the presenter in their current state of mind, which they have the right to change at any given moment. The iRant Network and the members of the Ranters Union are not responsible for any claims made. All opinions.
Yeah.
Mental health,
guys,
everyone. Mental health.
They had that. Yo, John Logic had to play once again the adult content shit that we usually play after I say let the fuckery commence, because like that shit that caught me off guard. Like Mr. Proud American nigga, seed of a nigga slave and all that shit. Like, yo, shout out to Mr. Seed of a nigga slave. You know what I'm saying?
Uncle Ruckus's nephew, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
what are we doing here?
I'm like, first of all, you ain't killing no Bloods and Crips, man. Them niggas is way too many now. Way too many. It's a cultural thing.
Mr.
Like, you know what I'm
I
saying?
wanna
With
know how
Bloods
many-
and Crips and all that. But
I want to know how many bodies he has.
Mr. G, I know.
And I doubt he has any bodies.
who G.I. know? I don't know shit. I'm just saying. I'm
Oh,
I'm
No, he's talking
assuming.
about
G.I.
the gang.
Joe, he's a
With
G.I.
homosexual
know.
partners? Oh,
What?
so that's what
Right,
we're
the
talking
fuck
about.
did you
And
come
see,
with
Uncle
that?
Ruckus. There we go.
My man came out with the big strap.
Clip.
Burst in the air.
Wow.
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 Can we trade him in the racial draft, please?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, wait, what? This man is biracial?
No.
He's not a racially ambiguous man of the United States.
No,
he's
remember he's a
proud
He's not one
American.
of mine.
He's a proud
I'm- I don't
American
want-
nigga. That's
He looks like Nick Cannon, man. What's going on? This Trump, this MAGA Nick Cannon. That's what's going on
he
right
does
there.
not look like Nick Cannon. He looks like
Yeah, he got
Yo,
it.
he looks like
that
Major
skinny-
Payne. That's what he looks like. He looks like Damon Wayans.
He look like
I
Damon
don't
Wayans.
know.
Yeah, you're right. He looked more like Damon Wayans.
I don't know who
MAGA
the fuck
was
this
Damon
guy. What the
He been on
Bumper
Vlad.
clad,
If
yo.
y'all watch Vlad, he's had a few Vlad interviews.
And does he sound as insane as he looks?
Man, I don't look at. I don't
Is
be
this-
paying no damn.
is this man
attention.
drunk? Oh, actually,
I don't
wait.
even mess with Vlad like that either.
Hold on. I did see that dude in the Vlad interview also. Like I seen the clip. Like there's a couple of clips that play on Facebook and YouTube, like YouTube Shorts. I've seen him, but he hasn't been talking about guns in the interviews I see. He be talking about like fucking chicks and all type of wild shit and not being in a relationship with black women. Like, yo, this dude is crazy. He is as crazy as he looking right here, man. Like, I remember
Was
that
the
dude.
sheriff-
Like,
was that sheriff again from one of the states that they was calling him like
some wild
Uncle
shit.
Ruckus? I
Like-
forgot that sheriff's name, but yeah.
Lord have mercy.
Me neither. I forgot that dude name. But this guy right here, man. Oh man, you know what? Welcome to Randumb Thoughtz. This is Randumb Thoughtz, man. We do random dumb shit. So this.
Nah, that's not us. That's not us doing the dumb stuff. That's we show the dumb stuff.
Yeah. We report on the dumb shit. Like, yo, I'm just stepping back. Like, oh man, this nigga hit me. Like, yo,
Where's that Keith Murray clip, man? I'm playing the Keith Murray clip.
Oh, David Clark is the sheriff's name.
David Clark. Okay.
Yeah.
oh my god, man.
AKA
Like, yo.
Son.
But guys, so let's get back to the point here at hand. What do you guys think that the NRA should do to make these laws stricter within all states, just to make it fair?
The NRA.
The NRA, man, dude.
First
I
of all,
mean,
they need to
technically
shut
you're right,
the fuck
though.
up forever.
Well, not the
Technically, you're
NRA.
right, because
I'm
NRA
talking about-
controls it. But yeah, you mean
I'm
the
talking
law-
about the House of Representatives or whoever the fuck is in charge of this shit.
You mean
Yeah,
our government,
It's definitely well,
The
it's not
government.
being an NRA, but we know the
Or the-
NRA is
aka
whispering. in the
NRA
ear.
puppets?
Yeah.
All right, guys, back to the question. What do you think the government or whoever's in charge of this gun shit should do to like just restrict gun laws all across the board?
Definitely automatic weapons background check. You don't fucking need automatic weapon to protect yourself. What you're doing with an automatic weapon is you're creating a massacre. You're not going hunting with an automatic weapon. You're not protecting yourself with an automatic weapon. What do you need that for? So you're going to need a background check for that shit. Psychological and criminal background check. Bare minimum. I don't know why they haven't done this. This is like so like logical. Like they still want to fucking do it to the NRA.
You know good and hell well why they haven't done it.
Yeah, because they
good
want to
business.
control shit. You know, it's control. It's about control and who had the money and the control of the government.
Yep.
They acting like we're stupid. The thing is that the problem is that we're not stupid. It's that we have no power to do anything against it.
That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? And
I have other theories as well. But they'll be considered.
would you like to share those theories?
No.
Steph? Okay.
No. But
Well,
if you know where I'm going,
It's this tinfoil hat shit.
If we're trying to, you said this is what tinfoil.
Tinfoil hat
No,
shit.
it's not. It's not.
conspiracy theories,
It's not too
Backdoor
far.
aliens,
vibes. Yeah.
It's not
grains.
too far fetched.
Oh,
But
okay.
if we're putting semi-automatic weapons and automatic weapons in the hands of, people with itchy trigger fingers and bad tempers and mental health issues.
Well, I can see the reason why the government will allow for the most part, because then it causes stricter policing in our society, right? And that causes
but I'm talking
control
about
because you
regular.
live in a police state, and the way you control people is this is why I kind of told somebody one day, and I truly believe this: the police are not here to protect us; they're here to
They're
control.
not.
They
They're not.
have no reason to protect us. If you see people dying all the fucking time, they're like the common people who clean up afterwards. They're here to control us and make sure we're in line. That's it. That's why you see motherfuckers beating the living shit out of people who are protesting their rights because they don't give a shit about you. They're here to protect the facade of peace.
Yeah.
That's
the
all.
I'm gonna
phrase-
be.
the
I'm gonna be
phrase
honest with
of-
you, man. If the cops keep doing that bullshit, like how you think they doing that, one day a revolution gonna come, man. Like you see how niggas is getting tired of that shit. Like
They've been talking about that
and
shit for like since back in the day, man. And why it's not them? Because they are infiltrators in the government who basically shut that shit down back in the day. You don't think there are people doing the same thing nowadays? People
Right.
like they have people like like certain FBI or something like that going into these different factions of like the different parties or like organizations and trying to shut them down because that's what they're doing. But they don't do that shit to the people, the dudes like the what's it called? The far right dudes who are actually more dangerous. Like the
you talk about the Ku Klux,
we're talking
one?
about neo-Nazis. We're talking about Ku Klux. They're this eco terrorists. Like they're like neo-Nazi eco terrorists. They base their ideology on like the ecology and like the right of white in terms of furthering the white race of becoming like the sole person who controls this world. I'll find it at one point. We'll talk about it, but there's a lot of things that they're not putting attention on. But they're putting attention on Black Lives Matters and other things. The main focus of it is to get some kind of equality or justice in a society that's not equal. And for the most part, that's what the ideology is supposed to be about. So why are they putting all the attention at that and not putting attention on these eco-terrorists, the neo-Nazis? Ku Klux Klan, I don't give a shit about because their powers and their numbers are they might be growing to a certain degree, but they're not what they used to be, right? That's why they're aligning themselves with the neo-Nazis. That's why they align themselves with different organizations to try to build back the numbers. But these other things are more dangerous. What's up?
Yo.
Listen to the vampire. He's been around a long time.
I seen the section of the Ku Klux Klan.
He knows.
I seen it all, man. Like
he's been around since
I saw Hitler. I saw Hitler, man. Like I saw him in a coffee shop. He was doing some shitty drawings, and then I snatched out his hand and threw it in his face and ran out.
Wow.
Right. I mean, look. I mean, he's speaking nothing but facts, man. I mean, how threatening?
Yeah, educate people on firearms.
Has BLM actually been? Like seriously, like
there are problematic things within the things that are like sideways in terms of adjacent. I feel like there's certain groups that kind of say they're BLM, but not really BLM, right? So the way I see BLM is it's ideology, right? But there's side things where people who kind of say associate, what they want is not in alignment or with the main thing. That happens a lot with different organizations. I don't know. I want to hear what Ad, because Ad is like I see Ad has a difference in opinions. Go ahead.
What do you mean?
I thought you were shaking your head at something I said, so I was curious.
Nah, I was gonna add to the whole police thing, and there's a phrasing of how the police are the lapdogs of the system, and but to your point with being Black Lives Matter, I was just talking with a brother. But I didn't get back home until like 4 a.m. Today. We was just out there just talking about these things, and I was telling him about the inception and the intentions behind the organization itself has done little to no work in the field of what they're trying to do, especially with the funding they're getting. Yes, they're going out and having these rallies and having all of these marches and things and such, but where is that funding going to? And it's already showed that a lot of it's been funneled to people basically getting like $250,000, $7,500,000 and buying what houses and mansions in all other different places and not giving
Thank
funding
you.
to
Thank you.
the chapters and things where
Yeah,
they're at.
I did hear that.
So
Like
here's
the
the thing.
dude make the mega
Guys,
church kind of
guys.
shit, where they
Wait,
funnel the
no,
money.
let me-
Sorry, guys.
Let me say
Oh,
something.
guys, Steph.
Let me say
Guys,
something
my
real
fault.
quick. Because I'm yes, and because I'm not discrediting. I'm not against you guys. I'm not saying you guys are wrong or anything like that. If you go on the Black Lives Matter website, and I've been on their website and I've read the intent and the the information that they have on themselves, the way that they set up Black Lives Matter, it's not a normal setup as far as how they organize and allocate their funding, because the way they do it is that they give the funding to certain cities or certain chapters, and they whatever the chapters do is based on like the needs of that particular area. So if they give money to Chicago, it's like, okay, Chicago says, oh, we need this and this and this for, and we need to fund these, these areas to do such and this kind of work and that kind of work and so on and so forth. So they just give them the money. And then, once they give that money to that certain chapter has complete control over that budget. So it's not necessarily the powers that be, even though there has been talk of certain.
I think I is talking about
founders.
specifically the founders, people who are giving money to their relatives,
Right.
and placing the high money. I think specifically you talking about that, right? Am I correct?
Yeah, you're talking about the person that stepped down recently, Patrice Cullors. She was one of the founders, and they looked into her background, and she had bought a couple of houses actually.
Oh, you mean the
That's
fat
a nice
chick,
house,
right?
man.
Yeah, and that's
You mean the
tiny
fat
house.
one,
It's
right?
not bad. She's not fat.
Oh, I thought she was
No,
fat.
Like the high
None of
ceilings,
them are
man.
big. What are you talking about?
That's what I'm talking about.
The fat black chick, right? Patrice Cohen, right?
They're not. None of them are big. At all.
Her face looked big in like when I saw it. So I thought she was fat because her face looked fat. So I thought she was fat. Like my fault.
You got a big
Like,
head, man. What you gonna change
Well,
her?
no, because she looked mighty healthy. So I was like, I thought she was mighty healthy. My fault.
But honestly, I mean, we're talking about one bad seed. We're not doing. Oh boy.
She is healthy. She's not like, I don't think she's like overweight, but she's eating
thick.
good.
She's thick.
Canceled.
Fat, not thick. Now we got.
We gotta stop with.
You know what? We need to make We need to do an episode about that too, about weight and perception of weight. I'm gonna put that in.
Let's do it. Let's do it like season. All right, season 4. We gonna do that shit.
Yeah, we need to do something on weight. And
no, we did body positivity. We did that shit.
No. But I'm talking about in terms of racial breakdown, because
that'd be interesting.
What is like average size in one race is like fat in another race.
I don't see it that way. So
anyway.
I see it more your body type.
Yeah.
I think people. I don't see race in terms of that. I see more body type. People have certain body type and they look big, but they're like, it's their body. You can only get down to a certain level before you start getting underweight.
We can go back to the BMI. The BMI is based on a white male's.
Yes, I agree with you with that.
Yes.
Because my BMI is to be 150, and I'm not gonna be 150. I'm a 158, and I'm skinny as fuck. Why do I need to go down to 150? I agree with you.
Well, I'm like this, man. I need to go down.
But yeah,
no. I need to go down like a couple of pounds and shit. But like, we ain't gonna do all that right now, man. But look out for season 4. You know what I'm saying? We gonna talk about fat and skinny motherfuckers. So you know what I'm saying?
Part 20. That's what we're doing.
No, body positivity reloaded. Like it's gonna be a part 2.
We're doing Castlevania numbers, so we on like what? 17?
We doing
Final Fantasy numbers?
We do a Final Fantasy numbers.
Keep going.
Hilarious.
Fucking guy right here. Man. Like, yo.
Let me tell you a story.
All right.
When Oh my god.
This is a story about how.
Why is this woman?
Why I can't. I can't.
Yo.
I can't.
What's the
Yo,
deal with that one?
I'm sorry. Forgive me.
Keith Murray.
Forgive me.
Right.
But
right.
Keith Murray.
Hold on. One of her titties are bigger than my head, B. Like I'm sorry, I had to say that shit.
This woman in the TED Talk. What was the TED Talk about?
Yo, I hope she don't find me trying to slap the shit out of me in real life. Like, yo, son, I had to.
Play it, John. Warning.
Yeah, ain't my fault. She got extra fat and titty milk. Like, yo, I'm just saying she can feed a whole village.
The opinions expressed in this program are those of the presenter in their current state of mind, which they have the right to change at any given moment.
He had to throw it on us again. What did you do?
That warning is under the influence of alcohol or drugs or something, like just in case you don't have the right state of mind, or
is that birthday high?
It's that birthday high, baby. It's my birthday today. What do you expect, man? My birthday, baby. Come on, man.
Shitting at everybody. He's like shaming everybody for shit. Big titty shaming, head shaming. What's next, man?
I mean, no, I love big titties. Don't get me wrong, but that right there is just like, nah, nigga. Like, yo, so she got enough titty milk to feed the U.S. Army, my nigga. I'm just saying, man. My fault.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, that's too much.
Oh my god.
What?
Oh my god.
No, I'm gonna
stop.
Then you don't love them as much as you think you do. But anyway, because you'll take them for all sizes, every size, every shape, big, small.
Listen, I dated a 500-pound chick. Hold on, I dated
because that reason.
Hold on, I dated a 500-pound chick once. She talked about she wanted the ride. I gave her $1.65, tell her ass go across the street to New Jersey Transit, ride that goddamn bus. You ain't riding me.
When was the bus $1.65?
And I was like,
how do we get so far?
No, I'm saying
how do we get this far?
We got here because we were talking about
this is Randumb Thoughtz.
Randumb.
This is Randumb Thoughtz. Randumb.
Oh my god. We're supposed to be talking about gun control.
Yeah, it's y'all fault. Y'all went somewhere else, and I went that way. So fuck it, let's go. But anyway, we're back. Yeah, but anyway, we're back to this, man. So, guys, are we almost? Are we doing final thoughts right now? Or no?
Well, I wanted to tell a story before we go.
Oh yeah, do your story. My fault. Go ahead.
A quick one. And I'm thankful for every day I'm here on this earth because there was a time that I was definitely not going to be on this earth. I almost got shot. I don't know if either of you have ever, or any of you have been that close to death. But yeah, I have definitely been very, very close to death. I was like within 2 feet of getting my head blown off. And it was crazy. Thankfully, my sister, was observant enough to see the person that had the weapon, and it gave me enough time to get the hell out of the way. But shout out to my sister. She saved me on her birthday, which was crazy. Yeah, we were out partying, and she just my sister is very observant. As Geminis are, and we'll talk about that next week more. Your favorite subject, Ed. So but if it wasn't for her quick observations and her astute keen sense of vision, I would not be here. So shouts to her. But you all have stories of harrowing stories of nearly getting your head blown off? Yeah.
What was it? Back in the day when I was like a preteen. I hope my dad doesn't listen to this story. He ain't gonna believe it, but fuck it. It did happen. I got into a shootout in the projects out of Mount Vernon. You know what I'm saying? So, that shit was crazy. And it wasn't even some shit that I started. It was something that some other niggas started. I happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. But I had that thing, and I'm not gonna get too much into it, but you know what I'm saying? Like, Yeah, fuck you.
See, I knew it was coming. See, I knew it was coming.
The worst thing you do.
Lyrics
Try
snitching
snitch.
again.
Oh man. Yo.
All right, let's
Y'all
move
are
on before
fucking clowns.
we have some police officers
Nah.
coming with their house.
Long story short, man, you know what I'm saying, man. If I had that on me, man, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know because I was inches from getting my shit knocked in. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it was like, you know, like by the grace of the Most High, nobody got hit. It was just a bunch of shooting and running, and it happened so quick. It just happened.
Just a bunch of bad aim.
Snap a finger, like a bunch of bad aim.
But you're stormtroopers, exactly.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, at least I walked away. I walked away unscathed, man. Everybody walked away. At least people on my side walked away unscathed. Wow.
Everybody's shooting, nobody getting hit. Oh, people getting hit there.
Oh, they getting hit.
Hey, you know what? That's my favorite Boondocks episode too. Like I'm saying that's my favorite Boondocks. Oh, somebody got knocked. Somebody got laid out.
Ooh.
Somebody got hit. Damn. But anyway, yo, Jai, you're a comedian, man.
Good, man.
You're a comedian, man. You are. But nah, man. I'll just say this, man. Like, guns ain't nothing to fuck with, man. Like thank God that was my only time I ever been involved in a shootout. You know what I'm saying? But I've been in situations where, especially doing security, where it's like, oh wow, here we go. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, I've been in security. Well, I've been in a security situation and I've seen motherfuckers get stabbed. I see one of my closest friends, man, like that I actually was close friends with doing security. You know what I'm saying? He ended up getting killed. You know what I'm saying? Like the next day. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with a situation that happened in Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? Where we couldn't let anybody in the party. You know what I'm saying? I heard that it was a couple shots to the chest, one to the head. You know what I'm saying? And that was it. You know what I'm saying? And this is a crazy world we live in, man. And like nowadays, like cats is getting shot over the smallest shit. The smallest shit, like Jai even said it earlier, like motherfuckers getting shot over stepping over somebody's sneakers. Back in the day, if you stepped on somebody's sneakers, yeah, you go like, you shooting the fair one, but now you just getting shot. Like it's like, you step on somebody's sneaker, bang, that's it. Like these little kids right there, they ain't talking. You know what I'm saying? It's bow, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Like, I never thought I would have to say this shit in a million years, but everybody who's watching this, please be safe. You know what I'm saying? Like I got a 16-year-old, man. Like, you got to tell him, like, yo, listen, man, some of your friends that you think you're friends, like, because he hang out with some knuckleheads. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, you gotta know how to separate the knuckleheads from the good friends. Like, you gotta be safe out here, man. You gotta be safe out in these streets, man, because you fuck around. Like he said, one of his friends ended up getting locked up over some shooting shit. It's like,
I thought we were finishing the story.
Yeah. Nah, son, like. Hey, yo, Steph, stop trying to play me, B. Stop trying to play me. You be playing me.
Lyrics and A. Birthday boy.
Oh, you. Anyway, final thoughts, man.
I know
shit.
I was waiting for that. I knew it.
Nigga moment. All right.
Man.
Anyway, Ramos, final thoughts, man. You gonna set it off today?
It's kind of pretty much the same thing I've been saying before. I think that the government needs to put oversight on automatic weapons. Why is that not logical? I don't understand why. I understand, but I think it's ridiculous that there's something like automatic weapons or even to a point degree of pushing it, semi-automatic, it's not necessary for somebody individual to have. Unless you a militia or like in a shooting range, why do you need an automatic weapon?
Mm-hmm. You don't.
No point.
If you're in the theater of war.
Like unless you unless you're not in war or you're not what you call it like in a specific way you can control them. There's no need for it. I don't understand why you have a child or a young man can go out and buy an automatic weapon. Of course, what do you think he's going to use it for? You think he's going to just hang it on his wall? It's not a fucking guitar. Yo, like,
wow.
They make no sense.
Word.
What's up?
No, you're right.
Bars,
you're right.
son.
You're right. Is that's it, Eric? That's it?
Who?
No.
Eric, that's it?
Oh, yeah, that's him. Sorry.
All right, cool. Steph, final thoughts?
I'm just going to go back to my original statement. I agree with the stricter background checks, and that should include annual psyche evals. Okay. Why they don't want to put the funding into it? I feel like there's certain factions that want crazy people walking around or people that are unstable walking around because they want to use
what's your fear
as a scapegoat and an excuse and like you said to instill fear into normal citizens, keep them in line. But we can go down the rabbit hole. I'm not going to right now, but like I said, we need stricter background checks, and that would include psyche evals because mental health is at the very foundation of how we can get at the very root of how we can curtail this gun violence. We have to get to the root of the matter in that way. But who am I? I'm just a regular citizen, so. But
no, your word matters, Steph. Fuck out of here, man. Your word matters. Your opinion matters.
That's why I'm saying it now. But, I appreciate it, man. I do.
Yeah.
Are we gonna hug?
But let's hug. In 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, we'll hug.
Not that we're gonna hug now. Like, all right, everybody put the arms like this. No, I'm gonna do it. Okay, I used to do it then.
And give the Keith Murray hug. That's what I'm gonna. Nah, but all right. We might have to join hands to hug lyrics though.
Are we doing across the world? What is it? Coca-Cola commercial?
Oh fuck y'all, man! You gonna join hands? I'm not that fat. Fuck you, B. You know what? All right, Steph. I said you're done with your final thought.
Brought it back.
Hey, yo, add this.
Brought it back.
Add.
That was my clap back.
Yeah. Wow, what a clap
I didn't
back.
catch that. To tell you the truth.
Yo.
What'd you say, Eric?
I didn't catch that. What happened right there? I saw him get mad, and you laughing. I'm like, what's that?
You gonna make this man go get through?
Right?
Just look at the playback.
No, I'm good. Like, yo, I'm good. Like, I'm still wondering what you. Yeah, love you too. But the clap back over that last. Okay, cool, whatever. Okay. You know what? Thank you. Love always.
You can give me in 6 months. You can give me in 6 months. All right.
Nah, I don't want to get you 6 months. Like, yo, I might get your black ass next week. Like,
what's in 6 months? You pregnant, Steph?
No, it's my birthday. What are you talking
about?
about?
No, nothing happened last night. Okay, no.
Yeah, absolutely nothing happened last night.
Exactly, ain't shit happened.
No, we're talking about 3 months ago.
No,
that's why we're talking about 6 months.
No.
Anyway, Adviz, final thoughts. What's going on?
I'm the one swinging anyway, but go ahead, Adviz. Final thoughts.
Whatever.
Oh my goodness.
Right. Whatever, nigga. Final thoughts.
I agree with the sentiments of both Eric and Steph, as well as I think it's Mr. RC in there, RJC in there, who's saying the same things. Like, yeah, stricter backgrounds, but we know a reason why they don't want to do that, as well as psyche evals, because year to year things happen, especially what has happened this last 2 years that we've been in a pandemic, and then now we're going with some more pandemics. So there's some people spazzing out because either they can't go outside, they inside the house. So like Nas said, I guess you got yourself a gun and then you going crazy with this stuff. But also, shouts out to Dead Prez, because Dead Prez has been talking about things of this sort, whether if it's police state and the government and all of this stuff for years before. Like, it's already been like the early 2000s and as well as the mid 2000s that Dead Prez is talking.
Shout out to Dead Prez.
Like
Word.
But honestly, when I think about, giving you know, being able to give like guns out to not only teachers, but I'm just even thinking just like regular folks. I don't know why, but the video game that popped into my head was True Crime Streets of LA for me, because there's also one for New York, and it comes to a point where like if everybody's like carrying a gun just because of the fact that there's a war going on outside no one is safe from, that literally at any moment when somebody starts, there's somebody else. This man, I swear with the quickness,
Yeah.
I swear with the
Yeah.
quickness, man.
Yeah.
How?
It's gonna be to a point where, I mean, like with the purpose of it is like, well, dang, if you said we're going to war, then I mean, shoot, every day we wake up and we live where we're at is a war zone. Which how some people feel about it when they live in you know, Chicago, where else I know a lot of folks down in Louisiana as well as in Stockton, California, like all these different hot areas for like high levels of violence. It just gets to a point like I ain't even gotta go to Iraq. I ain't even gotta join the army or join the US military. That's happening in my neighborhood.
Yep.
So it's so convoluted, but there's a reason why it is, because it adds to the confusion of this whole idea of the system, and we don't like to get to the root. We just like to look at the symptoms. But
They put a Band-Aid on it.
Yeah. Ultimately, yeah, no, definitely has to be stricter. We have to really look out for ourselves and find ways to keep guns and things out of hands of incompetent people, as well as people who at any moment can go off on the deep end. It's bullshit.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You can go straight to that one. You can go straight to that one. Yo.
Slap the shit out the stripper. Had her fall on the floor, all type of shit, man. This
Everything.
oh man.
Yeah. Yo. I can't.
All right, so I'm gonna get to my final thought because that shit was crazy. Yeah, I agree with all three of you guys, but I'm gonna take it even a step further. You know, I'm gonna take it to raising the kids and after school programs. What do I mean by this? Remember back in the day, I don't know if they did this in Cali or even in Maryland or whatever, but Eric, I know you remember back in the day, they used to have after school programs for kids. You know what I'm saying? When they, you know, like when they didn't go home like straight from school, you know what I'm saying? They go to the after school programs where, you know, you play basketball or this guy with the lean on me shit right here. Anyway.
Yo, that scene, man. That scene, that's hard. I remember that scene.
Yeah, it was. It was a hard scene. It damn sure. And it had to be with the fat kid too. All right. Well.
That's
yeah.
Jermaine
In the
Hopkins.
windows for some more of the topics. I get it.
Jermaine Hopkins.
Yo, let me shout out to Jermaine Hopkins, man. But anyway, after school programs, it kept kids out of the streets. It gave them something to do. Mm-hmm. I'm being dead serious here. I'm not even joking. You know, once they decided to take away the after school programs, they stopped paying attention to the kids. What you have right now is the end result, in my opinion, when it comes to this gun violence here in the city. You know what I'm saying? That and the fact that, like I said, you have these kids that are going through major psychological issues, not only at home, but in school, trying to fit in, can't fit in. They're the fucking odd man out. And then when they go home, it's like their parents just coddle them, put them to the side and say, hey, I'll deal with you tomorrow. What the fuck do you expect's going to happen? And the only reason I'm talking like this is because I have a kid and he has to be around y'all kids. And I'll let you know now, if anything happened to mine, podcast or no podcast, you already know what's going down.
That dang thing is coming out.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
No, I'm not joking. I'm not joking. This ain't a joking. Like, yo, like that's my cub, man. Like, yo, even though he lived with his mom, son, I give a fuck less how anybody think. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit could get real in a second. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's just being.
Yo.
Lyrics might got meaning.
Oh,
no,
because
it went straight to
again.
Yeah, what happened to my mic, man?
Nah, he put the warning on again.
Put the
Must
warning
have knocked
on
you out.
because where you was
You
going.
said you stitching yourself again.
So like, I'm just being like honest, man. Like, yo,
I knew it. I
you
knew
know,
you was gonna put the effort
get-
in. I knew it. I knew it. I keep saying it, but yeah.
Oh man.
wow, I'm and then you put somebody, he puts it right on me. Like, hey, everybody, this is lyrics. He's snitching. Like, fuck out of here. Anyway, I'm trying to finish this shit, man. Like, yo,
That's
What's
lyrics.
your name?
He's looking down. Rapper.
Yo,
That was your life story, wasn't it?
fuck it.
Hey, it's a
Yo,
birthday
listen,
roast
man.
a little bit too. You gotta get
You went to
burnt a
East
little
Side
Fuck
High.
East Side, yeah, all that, nigga.
That was you singing in the background. In the
Yeah,
bathroom.
with the hamburger. Yeah, me.
East Side.
Yo, shout out to the cast that lean on me, man. For real, that was a good movie. Anyhow, but for real, like, just like when they take these programs away, and then these kids have to go through psychological issues where now all of a sudden they feel to ease their pain and make themselves feel better. Oh, let's just get a pistol and shoot everybody in the motherfucking school. First of all, I don't see the logic in that. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, when you go through psychological issues and you suffering from mental health, your brain could go left. Your brain could go left at any given second, at any given moment.
I find it very interesting in the sense lyrics of also before we could we end. So I know that there's the differences between certain people of certain demographics versus how, you know, this is psychological issue and this is the criminality. What's going on?
Just you and I. There we go. Uh-oh, they're frozen again. Oh man. Oh, there you are. There you are. You guys are moving again.
You guys heard what I said?
Yeah,
No.
I heard what you said.
No,
I heard what you said.
Okay, you heard what I said. I find that interesting, like how we in society they place upon this people that have psychological issues and these people are criminals. I think that's a topic I think we should discuss further at some point because
we are.
Find it crazy.
Put it on the paper.
We are. We definitely are. But like now we're showing scenes from Friday. Okay, cool.
Where's the shoots? The North Central Juice or South Central? You're not gonna get into that.
You live another day.
Boys in the hood.
Guys, listen. Fact of the matter remains is this, man. Like, yo, just be mindful of your surroundings. Be mindful of the people you associate yourself with. Just be mindful in general because these cats are crazy, man. And I have a feeling. I really have a distinct feeling. It's gonna be Dodge City out here one day. You know what I'm saying? And if we don't get a hold of this now, if the government doesn't get a hold of this now with gun control, like fuck them fists. Like everybody gonna pack. It's gonna come to a point where, and God, please forgive me for saying this, little kids gonna end up having pistols in their backpack because like what the fuck are we doing out here? Seriously, what are we doing out here? You know what I'm saying? Like it comes back to teaching the kids better. It comes back to let's try to get some after school programs going. It's about protecting the community and like just actually caring about the community in general. You feel me? Like it has to be somewhere in there, man. Like I'm being dead fucking serious here, man. Like, yo, let's take care of our community, man. You know what I'm saying? Because that's also a part of it. But then let's also the people that need mental health, let's get them help for their mental health issues. So it could be like less shootings out here or no shootings. That's what we're trying to get at with this, man. But that right there closes another episode of Randumb Thoughtz. Tune into us next week, and here we go with Minister Side. Okay.
Yep. Hey, it's too real.
Yeah, and that could be your kid. You know what I'm saying? That in the next couple of years, that could be your kid, man. If we don't get a hold of this now.
Pow, punk ass.
All that. All that. You know what I'm saying? And I had to bring it to y'all from a realistic perspective, man. But anyway, guys, that's the end of this episode. Tune in next week to another episode of Random Thoughts where we will have episode 3-11. And 3-11 is Advis's favorite topic, the astrology episode.
Yeah, nah, I definitely like. I know how Eric is waiting for the other one that he
I'm waiting for that pill shit to drop.
Yeah, this one for sure. I definitely want to hear all that's being said. Cause
I'm gonna bring the special book of birthdays into this one.
Goodness.
We're gonna read everyone's birthday.
Is that guest good to go?
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
What the fuck?
We're having like features.
Exactly.
Call me now.
We're gonna get some moon charts and sun. And if the sun is in your chart, we're gonna get all that shit.
Unless she coming from the grave. You know what I'm saying, man? R.I.P. Miss Cleo. You know what I'm saying? Like
wear that suit, next Sunday.
Call me now.
Top of the hat.
Call me now. Call me now. Oh, man.
Help you out.
Hey, yo, guys, you should come in and converse with us, man. We be having a stream link with a stream y'all link up, man. Yo, next week.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Come fuck with us, man. Like, yo, the stream y'all link is up. We got more boxes for people to come in and talk their shit. You know what I'm saying? But once again, happy birthday to everybody's birthday. That's August 28th. You know what I'm saying? And a special happy birthday
and adjacent.
Hey, and the 29th and all that, and a special happy birthday to the creator of Random Thoughts. The good old fearless leader. That fat motherfucker. That fat motherfucker that's all that. Mr. Chopped Cheese himself. Lyrics. All right.
Yeah.
Hey, that's it, man. I had to do it. I had to be cocky on my shit. I'm sorry. Hey, listen. Acknowledge me. Yo, shout out to Roman Reigns, by the way. And Keith Murray. Keith Murray, son. Like, y'all want to show that Keith Murray shit one more time before we leave? No? Okay, cool.
Man, you can't force someone to do when you don't want him to do it. That's the point of it.
Right.
Whether it's a burger.
Oh no.
Well, guys,
what's going on?
I don't know, but guys, that's our cue to go. So for Adviz, Famous Ramos, what the fuck is this? All right. Oh, okay, chopped cheese.
Oh, that's Titan chopped cheese. It's kind of brought on a different level, man.
And you know what? I'm about to get ready for that. I'm about to get ready to call for that chopped cheese right there because it looks so delicious right now.
That looks like gentrified chopped cheese.
It does, of course.
No, but I wish the motherfuckers. I wish the motherfuckers on 242nd Deli made that chopped cheese. But shout out to 242nd Deli. I'm about to call them real quick. I'm about to get my chopped cheese order in because fat dude gotta eat. You know what I'm saying? Guys. By the way. I never done this before, so this is my first time doing this. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. But usually I don't do this, but for anybody that wants to donate to myself for my birthday, you know what I'm saying? Send like $1, $5, whatever. Hit me up on Cash App, Lyrics 156, man. LYRICS 156. You know what I'm saying? Well, the $ first and then all that. Like, hey, it's a fat nigga's birthday, man. Like, yo, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? You're like, yo, send me $1, $5, 1 cent, a picture with this.
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying?
Hashtag.
Whatever.
You put the ampersand, you gotta put the $, Lyrics 156.
Yeah, man. Lyrics $$, Lyrics 156, man. Like for anybody that wants to, just donate a little something, man. I appreciate it. It goes towards my.
Yep, exactly.
Exactly. It goes. It's the Lyrics Chopped Cheese Fund. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the Lyrics. We gonna call that shit the Lyrics Birthday Chopped Cheese Fund. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it. You know what I mean? Why not? But guys, I think it's time for us to sign off, man. So you know what I mean? Hey guys, thank you guys very much. Steph, Adviz, Famous Ramos, John Logic, man. I appreciate you, man. The whole iRant team, you know what I'm saying? Ranters Union, everybody that watches us continually, I thank you very much from the bottom of my heart, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's y'all that make us who we are today, man. You know what I'm saying? I love all y'all, man. Love always, man. So it's time for us to bounce. But we'll be back next week. So for Advis, Famous Ramos, and Stephanie Gale, this is your boy, the LYR to the ICS, signing off. We are out here. Peace.
Yeah, it's the return of lyrics. You can say it's kind of a new and improved version of something. Yes, sir. This joint right here, I just want y'all to feel me on this, man. I know cats gonna have their views and opinions, but yo, straight from the heart, man, this is real. Just listen. Let's go. Foreclosures, high prices with low income. Lost jobs, ready to rob. This shit is dumb. The increased percentage of high price capers started at the roll due to the fall of skyscrapers. No time for high haters. Go on to high haters. No longer have funds to get fly, so why haters? You know what I'm saying, homie, I ain't playing. A lot of niggas talk but don't know what they saying. Street chicks is fast but the miles is quicker. Strategize cash, can't get a bottle of liquor. Not even the crime pays. The price too heavy. Price of a no too high, look flying in Chevy. And yo, bills keep juggling, the world keeps struggling. Need cash to stop the hunger, peoples is wondering, will we get a blessing from this recession? Better look hard to praise God to stop your stressing.
These are the images of life I see. My life got me in chains and I'm still not free. I can see the future, you know, and it stings like bees. Just open up your minds and just feel me. Yeah, these are the images of life I see. My life got me in chains and I'm still not free. I can see the future, you know, and it stings like bees. Just open up your minds and just feel me.
Black stats living in jail, no chance of bail. Harvard to Yale, please worry about your tail. Lil niggas locked up doing 10 for a body. One kid knew karate, the other a pump shoddy. The pimps, the whores, the deaf, the raw. As a little kid, this is all I saw. Yo, the hammer's the gun, the shank's a knife. If you was being a bitch, then you act like your wife. See a punk look fly, niggas working to hit him. Welfare must be dicks, niggas jerking the system. The weed is good, the heat cause casualties. This a result of hood mentality. The block is real, the kids ain't playing. Stomachs growling, niggas is spraying. This ain't the first time people is hearing this. Just a part of the bad from the hood's experience.
These are the images of life I see. My life got me in chains and I'm still not free. I can see the future, you know, and it stings like bees. Just open up your minds and just feel me. Yeah, these are the images of life I see. My life got me in chains and I'm still not free. I can see the future, you know, and it stings like bees. Just open up your minds and just feel me.
The L, formerly known as a soulful lyricist, cause stupid shit in the world just get me pissed. Still got a fan base somewhere overseas and still rock loose fits. No tight dungarees, still hang with first E-mails and ACS. Still inches from the bed, but the kids been blessed. My 9 to 5 is a joke, a big pain in the ass. Far from a fool in school, I hope I pass. Now, mom's alright and pops is chillin'. Little brother's cool and my son is ill and the rest are okay, but others could do better. But I live and die for my fam, now and forever. Now, D is silent and Nova is speaking. Was trying to teach Drew, but the words ain't reaching. Just speaking about life, the joy and your pain. You should know it's time to go, we should do this again. Peace.
These are the images of life I see. My life got me in chains and I'm still not free. I can see the future, you know, and it stings like bees. Just open up your minds and just feel me. Yeah, these are the images of life I see. My life got me in chains and I'm still not free. I can see the future, you know, and it stings like bees. Just open up your minds and just feel me.
Warning. The opinions expressed in this program are those of the presenter in their current state of mind, which they have the right to change at any given moment. The iRant Network and the members of the Ranters Union are not responsible for any claims made. All opinions and train of thoughts are welcomed here and protected by the First Amendment and the Ranters Union. All commentary, criticism, news reporting, research, teaching, and or scholarship of copyrighted material is protected by the Fair Use Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. iRant Network and the founder of the Ranters, John
I just gotta say fuck your opinion. Goes out to all y'all haters, nigga. Yeah, this here's from my real MCs. Real like I feel, nigga. Yo, I'm tired of folks talk about it, cuss on my raps, I'm setting your yaps, act like I'm illegally strapped. I'ma say what I want and do what I feel. You cats stay in front for real, recognize real. You dudes can't prepare, your style is see-through, and that's why real niggas wouldn't believe you. I think I've been hoodwinked, led astray, so you cats is all that, but you rap cats is gay. Why these rap cats choose to come out the closet? I'ma win, never lose, making deposits. The L stay writing, homeboy, I got hit. Get the call on stage, spit that hot shit. A lot of niggas talk, start spitting that garbage. Smoke a trash rap, start paying your homage. I'ma say what I feel and do what I want. The realest of the real is real, never front. Yeah, tell y'all niggas right here, man. True story. Man, fuck your opinion. A lot of you cats flap your yaps like a bunch of women friends. Please shut the fuck up, cause nobody cares. We keep it going like haters was never there. Yeah, like haters was never there. Like haters was never there. Fuck your opinion. A lot of you cats flap your yaps like a bunch of women friends. Please shut the fuck up, cause nobody cares. We keep it going like haters was never there. Yeah, like haters was never there. Like haters was never there. Face the fact, nobody feeling your ass low. I seen niggas' opinions just like assholes. Everybody's got one and fuck it, they all stink. And nobody give a flying fuck what you think. Whack rap cats wanna come and spoil it. Piece of shit niggas need to jump in the toilet. It's a dump and flush for fucking with us. Real MCs, something that they just can't touch. Yo, a lot of niggas figure that the lyrics is whack. It won't crush these rap cats who be talking that smack. And yo, I'm back with the vengeance to come and end this. See-through ass niggas cannot befriend this. These rap cats is whack, but let them bear stress. And that's why a guy like me could care less. For a limited time, behold what I be. The boys bold and cold, I'm back to the old me. I told y'all niggas, man, I'm not fucking playing around with y'all, man. Listen, man, fuck your opinion. A lot of you cats flap your yaps like a bunch of women friends. Please shut the fuck up, cause nobody cares. We keep it going like haters was never there. Yeah, like haters was never there. Like haters was never there. Fuck your opinion. A lot of you cats flap your yaps like a bunch of women friends. Please shut the fuck up, cause nobody cares. We keep it going like haters was never there. Yeah, like haters was never there. Like haters was never there. I'm tired of those who try to oppose the lyrics, so come over with slick talk and a bunch of gimmicks. You a backsmack rapper, bitch to the jaw tapper. Talk shit, I get them young boys to clap you. I'm up in my zone, leave me alone. Doing my thing, we kings get the throne. None of y'all cats got the balls to doubt me. Going that route and know nothing about me. Puffing out the chest, trying to act all tense. Everybody give it up for this hood nigga actress. Delivery and punchlines kinda make me sick. Do us a favor, eat a hot bowl of baby dicks. Hit niggas with sick flows, that's how it goes. Haters play around like chicks with dildos. The words of strength, the heart is real. Didn't like it from the start, well, fuck how you feel, nigga. Fuck how you feel, nigga. I said it, fuck how you feel. Man, fuck your opinion. A lot of you cats flap your yaps like a bunch of women friends. Please shut the fuck up, cause nobody cares. We keep it going like haters was never there. Yeah, like haters was never there. Like haters was never there.
Yeah, BK nights, Soho mornings. Yeah, let's go, come on. What a beautiful night, 8:51 p.m. The show was tight, people couldn't wait to see them. The MCs that was spitting that southpaw. Soon as they open their mouth, they spit that raw. Just the start of the night, but what seems crazy is one girl's looking right, and now she's my baby. She was well attracted with the mind for playing men. I guess I had too many shots of them Jamesons. Sweet melodies like the sounds of harmonicas. She likes to get down, and her name is Veronica. Veronica girl, my name is lyrics, now step in my world. We travel BK from Atlantic to J. A block from Prospect Park was the old way. As we sit down and look at the moonlight spark, we chill at Prospect Park, kissing after dark. BK nights and Soho mornings. BK nights and Soho mornings. BK nights and Soho mornings. It was BK nights and Soho mornings. 5:58 a.m. Darling, good morning. Recollect last night, damn sure wasn't boring. Felt the kiss, something light on my face. Now it's fresh fruits and apple juice right by my waist. Breakfast in bed make me feel like a king, but I gotta get going to start this work thing. Hey yo, this 9 to 5 life gotta do it on rush. A goodbye kiss to a cheek made to blush. Now it's 6:24 and I'm out her room. Now I hit the streets of Canal and Broome. I was thinking on that BK route, son. How in the hell we up in South Houston? Anyway, it's all good, just a shrug and smirk. But for sure at 8:30 gotta be at work. Only your phone number and the sun remains. But good rhymes are great times and on the F train. Peace. BK nights and Soho mornings. BK nights and Soho mornings. BK nights and Soho mornings. It was BK nights and Soho mornings.